So we want another box of whiskers. We need that 5 number summary. So that means I got to go to the calculator, hit stat, hit edit, and then clear this list out. And then I'm going to do a one row at a time. So 148, 152, 147, 149, 150, 147, 151. So there's the first row. 142, 156, 148, 148, 149, 150, 152. There's the second row. 155, 154, 154, 8, 50, 9. There's the third row. 146, 151, 150, 157. So 32. That last one was the 32nd one, so I should be covered there. So stat, calculate one variable stats, no frequency again. Okay, and it gives me this. I'm going to arrow down, so I just get the 5 number stats. I'm going to drag it and drop it into my file that I'm dragging over. Let's move this guy over here. So it wants a box and whisker. All right, so my 5 number deal, 5 number summary is right there. It didn't ask me to write it down, so I'm just going to look at it. My minimum is 142. My maximum is 162. All right, I didn't leave a ton of room there. So I'm going to put another line down here. I don't know why I really wanted in there. Number line. I'm going to make 142 my low number, 142, 162 my upper number, and then it looks like I can get 20, so I can put 2 more lines in there. 151. No, actually, I don't want to do that. So, whoops, sorry, I'm not making sense yet. So right in the middle would be 152, and then if I wanted to, I can put a couple lines there. All right, again, I don't need to have all these things labeled. Now, I'm going to put my numbers above the thing, above the number line at 142, 148, which, let's see here, this is 147, so 148 is going to be right here. And then what I do, this is not anything you have to do, but I add the numbers for my lines on there. 150 is going to be right about here. So we're going to go on to 150, 153. This is just, again, a personal thing that I do, but it's because I know that a lot of times they're going to ask me questions about the box and whisker after I draw it. Okay, now I need a title again. I didn't leave enough room here, but I'm going to put height of gymnasts. There's my box and whisker drawn, got a title, everything's on there. I got everything. I can read it. I can do all that stuff. So let's say, are there outliers? So for the outliers, I need the interquartile range, which is 153 minus 148, which is 5, and then I multiply that by 1.5, and I should get 7.5. So that's the above and below the quartile 1 and the quartile 3 that I'm going to be able to do. So then I go down here, and I do quartile 1 is 148, and I subtract 7.5, and I get 140.5. And then 153 plus 7.5, and I get 160.5. So anything under this or over this are outliers. All right. Well, if I go look at my data, I know that there was at least one number over 160.5. There was 2 of them. All right. So 161 and 162 are considered outliers. All right. So 161, 162 are outliers. Okay, now here's the next piece of this that kind of goes along with it. When I draw a box and a whisker, normally my outliers are represented with dots on the outside of my box and whisker. Now, this is not something that happens all the time on the IB exam, but I'm going to go over here now, and I'm actually going to draw a new box and whisker. I'm going to make the same deal, 142, 162. Let me move this down and stuff on top of other things. So then 152 is right in the middle. Lines there and there. 147, 157. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that number there. Okay, and I'm going to put my 148, which is going to be right about there, my 150, my 153 at the end of the box. Okay, so there's my box. And then my 162, I'm going to put a dot. And my 161, I'm going to put a dot. And the next highest one other than those is, I think it's 157. Yeah, the next biggest one is this 157. All right, so my 157 should be where this actually kind of ends. Got this too far out. So 157 should be like that. And then there's these two outliers over here at 160 and 161 and 162. All right, so I want to make sure that if I do have outliers, I adjust my box and whisker. I'm going to put my new title on there, height, not my new title, my same title, height of Jim. I think I spelled Jim right. There's a lot in that problem. There's a lot in these box and whiskers, a lot more than what you did in ninth grade with